So
Yeah.
dilations for transformation is enlargement.
Enlarge. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Morning.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Let's begin. So we continue with the same notes. A. You open a graph page. All right, so I was waiting for a couple more people to come in before I start explaining. All right. So if we're doing rotations, all right, our rotation in clockwise direction, remember clockwise is this way, right? If the object has the point X and Y, the image will have the point negative X, negative Y, positive X. You switch the X and Y and put a negative sign in front of the Y, right? So in this case here, if it's 2, 4, 6, and here's 2, 4, 6. The point A will be 2 and 5. Point B will be 6 and 1. And the point C will be 2 and 1. Right? So the image under 90 degrees rotation, so if A is 2, 5, sorry, you need to write it like that. 2, 5. The image of A under 90 degrees rotation, we will change where the X and Y is. So 5 will come in front, 2 will go behind and put a negative sign in front of 5. So negative 5, 2. So you look for where negative 5 would be on the diagram. So negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 2, negative 4, negative 6. Obviously, the center is 0. So A prime is negative 5, 2. Negative 5 down to 2. Sorry, wrong. Negative 5, 2. Okay, this is not a clockwise direction, this is an anti-clockwise direction. Oops. They gave me the wrong thing. Sorry, anti-clockwise direction. So you're going this way. So this will be A prime. B is 6, 1. So what we will have for B, anybody? What will be B prime under the 90 degrees rotation? So you switch the 1 and the 6 according to the rule. Remember, this is the rule here. So we switch in the X and the Y. So 1 will come in front, 6 will come behind, and put a negative sign in front of the 1. right? So -1 is in this line, and 6 is here. So here will be B prime, and C now was 2, 1. If we switch it, we'll get 1, 2, and put the negative sign in front of it. Right, so -1 is on here on the axis, and 2 is here. So put that in red. And then you draw your lines to complete the triangle. So that is the rotation of the A, B, and C under 90 degrees anti-clockwise. I made a mistake just now, it was anti-clockwise direction, right? Now, an anti-clockwise direction is the same as, well, a 90 degrees anti-clockwise is the same as a 270 degrees clockwise rotation. And this is all about the point 0, right? Now, why would I say this? Why do you all think this is the same thing? If we have a circle, right, and we divide it into quarters, right? The center of each quarter, will be 90 degrees, right? So if we start here, and we go this way clockwise, here will be 90. I keep going, here will be 180, and here will be 270, not so? And then when you come back to the middle, it'll be 360. So you're starting at 0, going this way, right? 90, 180, 270. Now, if we have the same diagram, and we go in the opposite direction, and we have the image A here, and we're going this way, here would be 90, here would be 180, and here would be 270. This is an anti-clockwise. So this one is clockwise, and this one is anti-clockwise. All right. Now, if you watch something here, this 90 degrees anti-clockwise is the same position as a clockwise 270. Yes or no? Well, answer, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right. So that is why this working here is the same as a 270 clockwise rotation. We could also see that the 180 degrees clockwise and anti-clockwise will be the exact same thing. And the 90 degrees clockwise and the 270 degrees anti-clockwise will also be the same thing. Right? So you have to keep in mind how a circle is formed, how much angles in a circle, and the quadrants, right? So let's try our 180 degrees now. So it'll be anti-clockwise, right? Which is this way, right? If the object is y, x and y, will be negative x, negative y. Right? So x, y. The image the image will have negative x values and negative y values. So if we were to do the same object A, B, and C, A, B, and C, in an anti-clockwise direction, right? We'll have A, again, A was 2 and 5. So the image of A, or A double prime, because it's the second time we get an image, right, is -2, -5. B was 6 and 1. Again, this is the rule here. So all we do is changing the values are -6, -1, and C was 2, 1. So the image of C will be -2, -1. So let's plot that on our graph. Right? So -2, 5. I'm plotting it in blue. So -2 and -5. Let's see. That's A double prime. B is -6, -1. So -6, -1. That's here. B double prime. And C is -2, -1. Oops, I put that in the wrong place. It's here. And -2, -1 is here. And then we draw the line. Right, so the image under the anti-clockwise is here. And the last one we have to do now is for 270 degrees anti-clockwise. But we also know that this is the same as 180 degrees clockwise. Right? And the last one is 270 degrees anti-clockwise. Right? So if the image is in the form X and Y, the object will be in the form Y and -X. Y and -X. So not only do we switch the positions of the X and Y, you put a negative sign in front of the X value. Right? So this is the rule for that one. So if A was 2, 5, and because it's the third time we're reflecting it, we'll have 3 dashes here to show that's the third time. Right? We switch in the 5 and the 2, and you put a negative sign in front of the 2. If B was 6, 1, then B, the image of B, be 1, and then 6, but you put in a negative sign in front of the 6. And C was 2, 1. The image of C under the 270 degree anti-clockwise will be 1, and you put that negative sign in front of 2. So to plot this on the graph, I'll use this color here, orange. So 5, +5, and -2. So on the graph, +5 is on this side, -2 is here. So this is A, the third image. B is 1 and -6. So on the right hand side here, 1 and -6. That's here. B, triple prime, sorry. And C is 1 and -2. So that's here. Now all you have to do is join your lines. right? So if you was to watch it, you can see that we rotated the triangle 90 degrees here. Right, so this one is 90 degrees. This one is 180 degrees. And this one is 270 degrees, all in an anti-clockwise direction. Also, we have to remember that this 270-degree anti-clockwise direction is the same as a 90 degrees in the clockwise direction. Right, so if you learn it, these three rules, right, and you remember this table here, this diagram here, you should be able to figure out whether it's clockwise or anti-clockwise, right? So you all want time to take it on, or you all want to load it on YouTube again?
Yeah, good.
I didn't understand what you're saying. Sound number.
You could upload it on YouTube.
All right, you all write it.
Yeah. All right. I'll take out a screenshot by upload it.
No problem. Well, I want to screenshot it now, so we could do an example.
He has to have a screenshot.
All right, anybody else? Kiana, seen your hand raised.
Ask you, sir, you see my message?
With Mark or one of them?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Alright.
No problem. You all know we have Parents Day today, right?
Yes, sir.
Right, no problem. You can't talk too much in this video because the video will be on YouTube. All right, anybody still writing, or I could go ahead?
Say go ahead.
All right. Here's your when you're drawing graphs, it have to be on the line. X, not next to the line, but on the line. Also, remember you are getting a coursework test this week. And I'm telling you when you will just get the test. So let me see how good it is. Scale 1 centimeter. Remember, each box is a centimeter to 5 units on x-axis. Now 2 centimeters to 1 unit on y-axis. Help me label the graph.
On the y-axis, it will be 5.
Nope.
No,
We do it x-axis first.
The only
I mean X, sorry, X. 5, 10, 15, 20, 35, and so on.
And so on, right?
Yeah.
50, 35, 40. You could also go -10, skip one and put -10, -20, -30, because you see how jumbled it up looking, right? -40 is the same thing, right? Let's deal with the y-axis now.
Well, it's 1 unit, so it's 1, 2, 3, and so on.
Yeah, but where I put in the first one, I put in the first point here,
no.
You know,
Well, you can skip
skip
it.
one.
Yeah.
So it's every 2 centimeters. So 1, 2. So here will be 1, then 1, 2. Here will be 2. 1, 2. Here will be 3. 1, 2. Here will be 4. Same thing here, right? You're skipping 1, coming down -1. Skip 1, -2. Skip 1, -3. Skip 1, -4, right? Now, let's draw a random shape. It's not a rectangle because it's not 90 degrees to each other, right? Let's call it P, Q, R, S. Rotate P, Q, R, S 90 degrees clockwise. So which one of the formulas we had before would be 90 degrees clockwise? The object, so if the object would always be in the form X and Y, what would the image be for 90 degrees? And we just do this.
It's clockwise.
Yeah, clockwise.
Negative X and Y.
So be negative, so we Y and then negative X, right? So let's follow what the points are. What is the point P? Point P is what from the graph? -40, we can read on the X first and then the Y, 2, right? So -40 and 2. What will be the point Q? So -20, and then we read in here 3.5. So -20, 3.5. How I get 0.5? Is halfway between 3 and 4, right?
Yeah.
R is -10 and 2.5. So -10 and 2.5. And S is -35, right? Because it's halfway between 30 and 40, so 35 and
0.5.
right? So we want the image under 90 degrees clockwise, right? P is -42. Then the image of P, the image of P will be, so we're switching the X and Y value, so Y will come here 2. And we have -40, but we have our next negative sign in front of it, right? So P prime is 2, and a double negative means a positive, so here, right? Q is -20, 3.5. When it rotates, you switch the values 3.5. Q prime, admit 3.5, and you put a negative sign in front of the -20. Negative 3.5 and +20. And R is -10 and 2.5. So R prime would be image of R. So you switch in the position, 2.5 will be first, and then you put a negative sign in front of the -10. So the R prime is 2.5 and +10. And S is -35, 0.5. So the S prime, you switch at 0.5, negative sign in front of the -35. So you get 0.5 and 35, right? Now, the only problem with this here is that the scale doesn't match. I didn't think about that when I was doing it just now. So the scale doesn't match. So it'll end up off the grid, right? How can I fix that? Change the scale as well. I change the scale. To the same thing, we gotta change all the values. Every 2 centimeters as 1, or it is erase as 0. Use that there, use that there, use that there. So here we 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's erase the zeros. Two, two, 22.
So I get confused. How you changing everything?
Yeah, that's changing the scale for the fit on the graph. It's the exact same thing. I just change the numbers. Don't worry about that. So all I'm doing is switching the values still, right? So now I can plot it on the graph. So 2 and 4. So 2 and 4 is up here. That'll be P prime. 3.5 and 2. 3.5 is between here and 2. Here we Q prime. R 2.5 and 1 between 3 and 1. So here will be R prime. Right. 0.5 and 3.5. So 0.5 and 3.5, that's here. So it will be S prime. And all left to do now is draw the lines to finish up everything. Right, so that's the rotation. That's how it should look. Let me take roll quickly. Put this on the side here. You can still see it, right? Let me take the roll quickly. 17 people today. We have multiplied appearance there. The largest class I had in a year. Adesha.
Yes, sir.
Afia, Donnie, Brian, Kiana,
Yes, sir.
Jennifer, Jennifer going once, Jennifer going twice. So for being upset, Brianna,
Yes, sir.
hello.
Yes, sir.
Let me call you back in 2 minutes and they can roll out the class there. Yeah. As a next one teacher call there. Naomi going once, Naomi going twice. So for being absent. Ariane,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
in Norwich. All right. Kiasha.
Yes, sir.
Well, I know Joanna and Kiasha is in one device. Mom message me this one. Chelsea. Okay. Dariel.
Yes, sir.
Kevian.
Yes, sir.
Jeddah.
sir, here.
Jetta, Yolanda, Haley,
Yes, sir.
Nyla, Vanilla, Devante, Mark, not here, Tyrese,
Present.
Strone,
Yeah.
Shaquan.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah, Kiana.
Jennifer here, she might get in trouble.
Okay. William, Jabril,
Yes, sir.
Isaiah, here. We say here, Jennifer.
Yes, sir.
Well, what I will do, I will post this online for you all. So we'll call it a day. Right? You have to leave. Remind your parents that they are parents. If they, I will send the link in the group. Any
Sir,
parents?
for what time?
12.
Okay, sir.
It's a Zoom class. Zoom
Sir,
meeting,
I'm
right?
on the parent.
What?
My mother in the parents group.
It's a fine time to come in. I will send it in the children group as well, so look for it. Right? You all could leave. Bye.